with the power of a tsunami as Earth holds steadfast against the treacherous terrain. MattOshea vs PKSparkxx, an epic showdown for week 2, which gets even more incredible with both casters opening up 12 packs from base set and Frostfall to add to their card pools. MattOshea gets started with a nice hit for his water deck.
Veritaqua, I need this. This is good. I need this.
And then he lands a full art Amphiryx, an epic fire Elestral. His next card, Viserys, is a huge win for both Mario and KCray on his team, so look for Matt to trade that soon. PK and the Watch share their hype over Ambrosia Cornucopia.
Mount Olympus.
Yeah!
Yeah!
Let's go!
Let's go! Took the 5th pack. That's my hype pool.
Then PKSparkxx brings dead hotness with a Rise from the Ashes. Check out this reaction.
In the game. Oh my god, I messed up! I got Rise from the Ashes.
Oh.
This is good! This is good! This is very good!
With these new cards by their side, it's time to make some trades. Matt does indeed trade his Viserys to Mario Gaming World and get some nice runes in exchange, while PK's trades get him a Viserys of his own from Trishula. A huge win, as Viserys is one of the most feared Earth Elestrals in the game. It's no surprise that PK is rocking his Earth Beatdown deck this week, now sporting 2 Viserys. I do want to call out the 2 Joltons he received in that trade as well, now being used to fetch both Foley Forest and Mount Olympus. I don't think I've ever seen a caster run 2 different stadiums at the same time in Elestrals. MattOshea and the Cryo Scorches are bringing a powerful water deck, but this time it's Krakatuga Burn. Eruption and Krakatuga form an incredible pair as they can destroy cards and burn an opponent's spirit deck at the exact same time. If Matt can execute this combo, PK's in some big trouble. Looks like MattOshea is kicking this one off, and both casters are keeping their opening hand. Matt gonna start this one with Nectar of the Gods to draw 2 additional cards. Last week, we saw Matt dominate with the water strategy, relying heavily on Dratagua to hang in a tough clash. And we're gonna see if he's gonna execute that same strategy this week, bringing Krakatuga and Burn, which I think is really incredible. Krakatuga, one of the strongest Elestrals in base set in a best-of-1 format. So with PK having an opportunity to go up against the Earth, this could be tricky, as most of PK's heavy hitters are going to rely on Demeter to attack over some of Matt's defensive Elestrals. Matt kicks this off with a Foamy in defense position, which means PK is going to be looking for that Earthquake to start, but he's going to go Elechick instead. Elechick allows him to search out that key Divine Rune Demeter, which will then open up some strategies with Equal Links as he gets to the middle part of this clash, removing runes face down or face up on the field. That could prove to be very important. And again, we talk about that attack buff. MattOshea's water Elestrals like Mestation sport incredible defense stats, so you really need some high attack stats to hit over them. Speak of the devil, Mestation has arrived with its 6 defense, but its attack can be swapped with its effect. You can expend a Water Spirit to change Mestation's attack and defense for the turn. We're going to see the Foamy looks like it's going to crash into the Elechick as his play. I love MattOshea using Foamy in an offensive approach so he can get cards out to the field. He goes Galaxy, doesn't actually go for the expend on the Mestation, but rather gets his Galaxy out. I want to mention that Galaxy does flip the stats of all Water Elestrals that are enchanted on the field, so that way Mestation now has 6 attack. Worth noting that Galaxy has 2 defense, being in defense position. This is exactly where PK wants him though. PK gets his Equal Links out. We know he has the Demeter. If he can take out a face down rune here and get rid of the Galaxy, that can put him in an incredible position. But it's all gonna depend on what MattOshea's face down rune is. If it's a Tsunami, this play is completely splashed and it's gonna get stopped. And it's going to end up being a really bad spot for PK. If PK pops a Shield of Achilles here, he's going to be feeling pretty good. Equal Links goes for that powerful Nexus effect, and let's see if Matt has a response to it. It's the Tsunami. That is one of the things that makes water so strong in Elestrals, having one of the most reliable counter runes in the game to change the position of Elestrals. And in this case, Respond is a really good chain to this Equal Links trying to destroy its rune. Here comes Dratagua already. It looked like PK had a nice advantage in terms of spirits, but Dratagua's going to change that right away, as he's now going to be able to heal up 2 water spirits every single time Dratagua receives a water spirit, and that pairs incredibly well with Poseidon. It also pairs really well with Nexus effects. But let's not forget Galaxy swapping the stats of all of these defensive Elestrals. So Mustation is a 6 attacker, Dratagua is a 4 attacker, and Galaxy is a 5 attacker, bearing down the pressure on this Equal Links in defense position. Does PK have an answer? It looks like he does not. Not any counter runes that are going to help him against 3 Elestrals in his face. The only thing that really helps in this scenario is Tsunami, which MattOshea's water Elestrals are actually immune to given their enchantment status. PK gonna draw, gonna get an Astrabit to the field, hopefully looking to climb back in on this one. Astrabit normally an incredible defender in Elestrals with very few things that can attack over it. It just so happens that Mustation and Galaxy are the perfect duo to thwart PK's plan here of going the defensive route. So while MattOshea started this one in a big hole spirit-wise, he's way ahead, and he's just going to re-enchant his Dratagua to heal an additional 2 spirits. Can PK stop this incredible healing pressure that Matt is putting on? We saw Matt hang in the clash last week again on the back of Dratagua. Here comes Mustation, bounding forward, using that little sword pincer, and he's going to take out the Astrabit. Dratagua attacks for 2 spirits. Galaxy is going to attack for an additional spirit, and all of a sudden, PK's spirit deck is getting whittled down incredibly fast. Only 10 spirits to go, it looks like, after Galaxy leaps forward. No response from PK. One of the counter plays you have in this matchup is to try to use Galaxy's effect against it. And what that means is you can sometimes misenchant cards like Astrabit to take advantage of that stat swap. But what you can also do is try to take advantage of your opportunity to Gorgon's Gaze Galaxy in the battle phase to shut off its effect. We're going to see a Demeter buffing up the Viscerus and Ambrosia coming out. PK getting his Viscerus out. This is really the card he needs to try to pull this one back. If he can take out that Galaxy with his Viscerus, there is all the chance in the world that he can get a second Viscerus onto the field and begin to try to make a comeback. We're going to be looking for PK to not only get this attack to connect, but also set something in the back row to protect his Viscerus on the next turn. It's not going to happen. Instead, he's going to get Gorgon's Gazed instead. I'm not sure who he attacked, and if this Gorgon's Gaze is going to simply shut off his effect, or if it's going to prevent the attack entirely. I think you can go either way. If you're Matt, he's probably just going to stop the attack from Viscerus. So PK making his big play there to try to get an advantage, but Matt is prepared for it. And now he's setting up for a future turn by setting an additional rune face down and re-enchanting Dratagua. Choosing to forgo his normal cast. He's so far ahead in this one in terms of Elestrals. Doesn't even need to continue to cast new ones, but rather can re-enchant his Dratagua and then comfortably use the spirits on the Dratagua to cast runes like he did with Gorgon's Gaze on the previous turn. We can see the Mustation take out the Viscerus, and then Dratagua and Galaxy attack for 3 additional spirits of damage. PK down to just 8 spirits with 1 on Demeter. He's going to need some Earthquakes to get back into this one, but Sorlet could be a key card here. Sorlet has the flexibility to change the position of the Elestrals on field. He's got to get rid of that Galaxy. He's going to shift Galaxy to defense, but can PK actually get an attack through, or is MattOshea's back row going to hold it down? It's not on this turn. Galaxy does indeed go down, but the cost has been paid. PK down to just 6 spirits left. Here comes 2 fire spirits. It's the Eruption. No shot. Eruption comes off, and it's going to burn PKSparkxx in big fashion down to just 3 spirits. Here comes an additional water spirit. Another Galaxy hits the field. Mustation now reaches 6 attack, and it's all but over for PKSparkxx as Mustation knocks out the Sorlet here. Dratagua and Galaxy can attack directly. PK is left with 0 spirits left. His only way to continue this clash is to draw into an Ambrosia, but he has a massive mountain to climb with 11 spirits on MattOshea's side and an incredible field. It looks like they're just going to call this one done. PKSparkxx folds it, recognizing that this one is over, and MattOshea with an emphatic win on the back of Water Dratagua with a nice little eruption play at the end. Make sure you guys check out tomorrow's clash for the Elestriad and head to shop Elestrals.com to pick up yourself some sweet starter decks. They come with packs now.